Hello everyone, my name is Chris Zakariski, and I'd like to take a little bit of your time today. I hope you all hear what I have to say about a unique man known to most as Albert Einstein. Now, in this I will be discussing some information about his background, some facts and knowledge about him that you may or may not know, as well as some of the contributions that he's done for America as well as the rest of the world and society as we know him. Now, please take the time to listen to what I have to say since he's taken the time to change our lives. Now, Einstein was born in a town called Ulm, located in Germany on March 14th, 1879. His family moved around in his early life, allowing him to go to different schools in alternate locations such as Italy and Switzerland. And in 1896, he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School, found in Zurich, and trained to be a teacher in mathematics and physics. Now, I found this to be interesting information that you can also find if you want to look up some more details on nobelprize.org. Now, Einstein finally got his citizenship in the same year that he graduated this school in Switzerland in 1901. After searching around and finding no jobs in his field, he took a position at the Swiss Patent Office, where he began a lot of his work and some of his theories that we know today. Now, through the following years, he became well known for this work, and it started him on the path to become the famous man we all hear about today. Now, taking a position a few years later as a professor of theoretical physics at Princeton, he became a U.S. citizen in 1940 and retired 5 years later. Now, some fascinating or little-known facts about him. One of my favorite parts about Einstein is that he had an interesting life compared to the average person. He was a leader in the field of physics and contributed a large number of works. Something I also found during my study on him was something called the quantum theory of metonic gas. I'd never heard of this particular theory before, but it's one that he also invented, and something I didn't think most people recognized as part of Einstein. He's also developed a much more commonly known theory, the theory of relativity. Now, he is often referred to as the father of modern physics, and it's a well-earned title for somebody who's created so much and changed how we look at physics today. Now, one of my favorite works of Einstein is when he collaborated with some other scientists to attempt to produce a wormhole. This work is outlined in a paper called Do Gravitational Fields Play an Important Role in the Constitution of the Elementary Particles? Now, Einstein also has a full debate with another theorist, Niels Bohr, in the 1920s about quantum mechanics and how they developed during their development into a complete theory. Now, Einstein was unhappy with the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum theory developed by Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg, both of its outcomes and its instrumental methodology. Now, Einstein being a more scientific realist in this particular point of view. A public debate between Einstein and Bohr followed, lasting on and off for many years to come. Einstein formulated thought experiments against which Copenhagen and Bohr later tried to disprove, and this went back and forth for years to come. Einstein was never satisfied with what he perceived to be the quantum theory's intrinsical, incomplete description of nature, and in 1935 he further explored the issue and collaborated with Boris Podolsky and Nathan Rosen, noting that the theory seemed to require non-local interactions. And this has also been known as the EPR paradox. The EPR experiments, which since have been performed, which resulted in confirming quantum theory's predictions and the repercussion of Einstein and Bohr's debate, have found their way into philosophical discourse. Now, a lot of this information can be well found on American history websites. You can even see Discovery Channel interludes in reference to Einstein and some of the works he's done in quantum theory, as well as the theory of relativity. Now, these are just but a few of the interesting facts that can be found out about Einstein, and that I've discovered through my study, and hopefully you all will take the time to maybe study after this, to see whether or not you find some more interesting facts and expand upon what you've learned today. So in conclusion, what I would like to go over is how Einstein had a very early beginning, going from different countries, learning different styles and methodologies as part of his upbringing and background, and going from Switzerland and Italy, and even moving into the United States of America, and becoming a citizen in both Switzerland, Germany, where he was born, and America that we all live in today. Okay? I'd also like to let you know that things that he's affected us, again in conclusion, such as the theory of relativity and how it's changed the way we look at everything involving physics, from automechanic movements to even aeronautical flight. All this is interrelated in the world of physics. And thank you for your time, and hopefully you've enjoyed this speech that I've given today.